Speak today about spiritualist meanings and different things with our lives. Now, I want to first start with healing. And then healing, I've been in spiritualist churches most of my life. And when we were doing healing back in the day, that's my age a little bit, just back in the day, it was considerably hands-on. It was that hands-on connection to healing. Allowing ourselves to be the channel. Allowing ourselves to allow the energy to move through us into another individual. It was hands-on. And I'm always asked what we do in a spiritualist church in hands-on. What is that? What do we do? What we as the healers do is we don't really do anything but prepare ourselves for the energy to come through us. It is that touch, that physical touch of touching the shoulder or touching the shoulder. That physical touch connects you to that individual. And I was always taught that is that physical touch, because once that touch has been achieved, the healing is done. It is done. The energy has gone through the individual and gone to wherever it is needed. It is not our point as a healer to direct the healing. All we do is allow the healing to run through us and arrive into your body. And then you and God will place the energy wherever it is needed. That was back when we did that. Then we got into Reiki, and a lot of people know Reiki healing, Reiki. Now Reiki started with all the symbols. And Reiki is an awesome way of healing. It's an awesome way of healing. And it was still hands-on. Reiki was still hands-on. But then we moved back in the 90s and back in the 2000s, we got into prana. And that's what I call the waivers, the ones that stay outside of the auric field, telling me that I know where the auric field is low, I can stay here. Well, then that puts you in a predicament of trying to adjust the healing for you as the healer. You're not allowing spirit to work anymore. You're just you're just saying, I know where it's going. I know where it's going. See, when you're doing modalities in the vibration of healing, always allow yourself to just be the channel. There's no directing anything. There's no directing or putting energy in the vibration. There's no directing it. There's no directing the vibration, no matter what type of healing you do. I do spiritual healing. I'm a Reiki master. I'm a Reiki master. I'm a Huna master. I have different vibrations I do in healing. I do sound bowls. I do sound healing. I do all kinds of stuff. It's according to what the person actually needs. But the question with it is I allow you as the individual, pick your need. What is your need? What do you feel most comfortable with? There's no sense in me trying to give you a healing if you're not very comfortable with that. Like, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't like that. Then you're not going to accept the healing no matter what God and the healer does, because you will not accept the vibration of healing. And it says in our healing prayer, I will do my part. That's a massive thing within our prayer. Through the whole prayer we recited every time we do healing, I will do my part. When we do our part, it means not just the healer is doing their part. You as the healee are doing your part. You're allowing yourself to accept the healing, accept the vibration of healing. If you can't accept it, it's not going to residual effect within your body. It'll just move off from you to somebody else who needs it. You have to be able to accept that you can be healthy, that you can achieve wellness in your life. Because everything with God is possible. I tell people when those little spiritual toolboxes we have in our lives, you should say blessings on your life. Say blessings over your life. We have a tendency of not doing that. We beat ourselves up. We tell ourselves we don't deserve certain things, instead of just telling blessings over our lives. We've done the best. Everyone here today has done the best you can do. Stop blaming yourself, let it go, and accept the blessings from Spirit. You've done the best you could do. The best. At this point in your life, the best you could do. All you can do now is move upward. Move upward on the path. downward, upward. So say blessings over your life. Say affirmations. Do affirmations. Do connection to Spirit. Tell Spirit what you can personally accept from them. If you can't accept it, you're probably not going to get it. When people say, well, Louis, I'll probably never receive a healing. I never. Really? Now, you already told your guides you're not going to accept a healing. You've already explained to them, I'm not going to accept that. I'm not taking that. Or you say, or you come into this room and you tell one of the healers, oh, I'm so sick. I am just so sick. I am so ill. I'm like, really? You're allowing that to go out into the spirit world. You're as well as you feel. And if you don't feel well, still try to feel well. Because you have to actually put that energy into the spirit world. I feel well. We all go through things in our lives that are going to throw us off balance. We're going to throw us off balance at some point in our life. We are. But it's not the off balance that we're looking at. It's the direction we move once the unbalance has happened. What direction have you moved? What direction have you headed off into once that has happened in your life? Sure, we've gone through divorce, we've gone through separation, we've gone through death in our lives, we've gone through this, we've lost a job, all these things have happened. Once they have happened, where's the direction you take yourself once that has happened? Your spirit will always open another door, another vibration within your life. They will. We don't miss the door, we just don't see it at times, and it has to revolve all back around us, and within 5, 6 years it's back in front of you again. And there's the door again. But if we just allow ourselves to look up, when people get sick, I love it when I get people in my office that are ill. They all dress in black, solid black, like they're ready for like they're sitting up with the dead or something. Like, oh, I'm dead. I'm all over now. Instead of wearing colors, if we're into spiritual healing and different types of healing, colors have a vibrational rate of how they affect you. So what colors you wear, what colors you put in your vibration, what colors you place in your being, allow you to raise your vibration. If we allow our chakras to tell us what we're doing, the colors of our chakras, we allow ourselves to visualize the colors that we have within us. Usually when people say, well, I want to see auras. Usually when you look around a room and the first color you see is probably the color of your aura. First color you see is probably the color of your aura. What is the color of your aura? What is the color of your energy force around you? What are you propelling within your life? Life is supposed to be lived. And when we do this, and we do our principles, we do all these principles on our side, we affirm that a correct understanding of such expression, living in accordance with, constitute true religion. If we live how we see our vibration, us. We're all spiritualists, but we're not all spiritualists. We have other belief systems that affect us as we move into the spiritualist religion. Other belief systems will affect us in some way. But it's how it, correct understanding. So the correct understanding is your understanding. I could tell you everything in the world about my understanding of how it's going to be. But it's how you understand that vibration. Not how I do. How you come to terms with what it means to you. How it connects to you. You're going to read something different in this book than I will read, and you will understand it differently than how I will understand it because of how you were raised. So don't beat yourself up if you don't believe exactly the way we believe, but you believe the way you believe. It's how you believe. It works for you. You won't stay in a religion if you believe, and I keep trying to hit you with something, go, no. Do it this way. This way. Do it the way you feel most comfortable for you. The only reason we have rules within the church, the spiritualist church, is we want it kind of uniformed in the church. We don't want to scare you too much at first. We want to get you in a pew every once in a while. We want to scare you the first day in, you know? So we want to kind of uniform. If someone's waving their hands over here, one's doing hands-on healing, one's got crystals, they're trying to throw crystals in your lap, and one's got some kind of sound bowl, it's not going to look uniform up here in the front of the church. It's not going to really look uniform of what we're doing. So more of a uniform look of what's going on when you do healing. Same thing with mediumship work. We're connected to the spirit world. We connect to spirit. It's spirit communication. It's not fortune telling. It's not telling you your fortune that's going to happen here in a few weeks. It's spirit communication. Evidence of spirit. Evidence of spirit following you. Not for me to tell you about your life goals and everything else. It's for me to communicate with spirit for you. And when we look at the fact that we affirm the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes through and through mediumship. A lot of people read that wrong. A lot of people read that whole version wrong. Precepts of prophecy and healing in the Bible. What that is actually talking about is the prophecies of what were propelled towards through angels and guides and speaking to Jesus on the Mount. All these prophecies that were given from the spirit world to mankind from spirit communication, from spirit speaking to us. Healing, Jesus raised the dead, all this stuff was going on in the Bible. As we prove that through mediumship and working with our healing guides. We prove all this. So when we read this, we're not saying, oh, that we're going to say that prayer, we're going to say that different prayer, because that's what that says. It tells us that we accept that Spirit is speaking to us. We accept there is healing going on in our life. We accept this through mediumship, because we are connected with the Spirit world. We believe all this in our lives. Now, I've been in spiritualism my whole life. I was born into this religion. So the question is that I've been here, I've been on the road quite a ways, all the way here. And I've dealt with quite a few of the mediums who have worked through the day. And learned from quite a few of them of how to communicate with spirit. And the one thing I've always learned when we do this work is, how do I personally perceive it? Perceive the vibration. How do you see spirit? What is the gift that you have received from the spirit world that you can personally use right now in your life? Are you clairvoyant, clairsentient, or you clairaudient, or do you do automatic writing, or are you an extremely talented healer? Are you an empath? What is your gift that you have within your life that you can use right now and give energy? That is where you should focus your attention, on that gift that you have at this moment. The other gifts will arrive in your life through your connection to spirit. The stronger you make this happen, the stronger it happens. The stronger the energy appears in your life. The more energy you give it, the stronger it becomes. So whatever gift you work at, if you give it enough energy, it will get stronger. It will take on a life of its own. So don't get all fixated like, oh, I've got to read like this person. I go, no, really? No. Read like you. Heal like you. Work with your healing angels or your healing guides. Whatever you perceive the infinite spirit to be. Whatever you perceive it to be. Whether it's this energy that you sense in the room, it's a person, whatever you've seen that you feel like infinite spirit is. What does it mean to you when you connect to infinite spirit? Everybody is connected to the spirit world. Everybody. Sometimes our train has got stuck on the track and we haven't gotten there quite there, but we're all connected through our higher self. We're always connected to our higher self, always, to the spirit world. And we have guides and different people ministering to us and helping us and encouraging us. We are always connected to the divine. Always. If we realize that in our lives, we're always connected. We always know that we're being downloaded information every moment of every day. Every moment you are being downloaded into your vibration information. When I do Lucerne and I speak through Lucerne and he channels through me, he gives you information while I'm sitting, and they're feeding information to me while I'm sitting, while he's using this body. So whether you're channeling, you're doing mediumship work, you're doing healing, you're doing some kind of modality of work, give that work that you feel comfortable with energy. If you don't meditate, you should meditate. You should get quiet. You should connect to the spiritual world in some way. Take a moment. Take a walking meditation. Take a moment. Thank your guides. Just say thank you and walk on. Do something to attract yourself to the spirit world. If you don't do anything to talk to them, it'd be like a neighbor next door. If you don't talk to your neighbor, they're probably not going to talk to you. They'll probably close their blinds and lock the door and let you get out of your driveway. They're not going to speak to you if you're not at least comfortable, at least wave to them, at least say something. In our life, we have to say something to spirit. Thank them. Do something in that vibration. Because if you don't, spirit will just say, no, you don't want to talk to us. We're still here. We're just not going to be speaking. We'll still be here to help you, though, but we won't be speaking to you until you give us the effort to speak to them. That is the question with mediumship and spiritualism. We have all these other modalities feeding into the religion now. And that's fine as long as it doesn't interfere with the church doctrine and different things. But as long as you understand that spiritualism is communication with spirit. We believe that there is no death. We move to the spirit world. There is not a lot of this craziness going on with your vibration. You don't have a lot of crazy going on with you. You don't. Remember that. Unless you've attracted it, you want it, you like it, and you've got medication to calm it. Other than that, you don't attract that in your vibration. If you've attracted something that doesn't quite work for you, then take a look at it. Ask yourself if it's for your highest and best. If it's not, move past it. I have a thing now. We have a medium out in Castaneda, Reverend Don Zengi. And I was moving to Guadalajara, Mexico. And his house is so packed that you can't even walk through it. But he's getting rid of everything. Doesn't need any of it anymore. He's just gifted everything out of the house. He's leaving here with a suitcase to Guadalajara, Mexico. But he's got a 2-story house he's trying to clean. And sometimes that's us. We just want that suitcase, but boy, do we have a big house full of stuff. And we're still trying to clear it on a spiritual level to clear this stuff out of our lives. Let it go. Put it on the road for somebody else to pick up that needs it. We can be collectors, we can be hoarders, or we can just allow other people to take what we don't need. Take what you need from the spiritual vibration, the rest of it, leave for others to pick up. Because you might not like doing a certain part of religion. You might not like a certain part of it. It doesn't mean you throw out the whole religion. You take what you feel works for you, works for your vibration, for you. And that's how spiritualism works. It allows you to be captain of your ship. You're the captain. We're kind of the mates. We're kind of the mates up on the ship trying to tell you, you're heading in the wrong direction. Could you stop? But we're like the mates up here trying to just point you in the right direction. But we're not the captain of your ship. We're not your captain. We're just trying to point you in a direction which best fits you. Then you decide if that's good for you. But it's not us deciding, it's you. But the main thing is, I explain to people, say blessings in your life, over your life, over yourself. Take a moment during the day, say blessings of health, blessings of abundance, blessings of stuff in your life every day. Allow those words to be heard into the spirit world. Because if you don't say it over yourself and you attract something, then you blame spirit, like, oh, it's karma. Oh, it's got to be karma. No, it's not. Karma is just this way of getting your attention. To look, to move, to adjust the vibration into a different direction. That's what karma is. What if her karma affects me? Not really my karma. I'm just caught up in the tornado that she has caused. You don't have a tornado, do you? You're okay. But I'm just caught up in that energy field that she has caused. I'm just not mine. It's not mine, but it's happening to me. Well, I've got it. No. When things happen in your life, and things are propelling themselves in your life, stop. Take a breath. Take your foot off of the gas. Stop. Take a breath. Ask your higher self, is this highly beneficial for me? Do I really need this? Listen to yourself. Listen to that voice that first answers you. Not after you beat it to death 25 times. That first voice you hear, what did it tell you? Is it highly beneficial for you? And if it is, then move in the direction, and once you move, it should work like clockwork. It should work like clockwork. I had a lady come to me yesterday. She said, look, I've got a few friends in my life, a couple of French fries short of a Happy Meal. I thought that was cute. Because sometimes we have people in life, we're just trying our best to help them. We're just trying our best to fix them. But they aren't quite on the path with us anymore. They just aren't fitting the path. They aren't adjusting the path. They're not even trying to come close to our path to try to travel with us. But we're holding on so tight to that energy, hoping that they will change their mind. And then we spend 20, 30, 40 years trying to pull them to the path. Sometimes things happen in our lives because they were supposed to happen for the other individual. Allow us to move in a direction in our lives. Allow us to move. And we stay there 20, 30, 40 years in that spot, thinking that we're needed. We're not. We need to move. We need to adjust the energy. Spiritualism back in the day, it has changed immensely since when I started this religion in the late 50s, the early 60s. It has changed quite a bit since the churches back in the day. It's changed. The energy has changed, the vibration of energy of peace. Everybody knows everything. Everybody knows everything. So the question is how much do you know? What do you know you can use in your life now? All the stuff that you do know might not be something that you need to know, that you should give to somebody else. Allow them to know it. Then you can unclutter yourself. You won't get psychic overload. Unclutter yourself every once in a while. Ask your guides, is things in my life highly beneficial for me? If they are not, please show me. Then allow your guides to show you. If something is not highly beneficial for you, allow yourself to clear it. Leave it for somebody else to pick up. That's always the thing I've done in my life. I've always asked my guides, my highest and best, mine. Or I'd like something else, but this is the path I'm traveling. Path the Spirit has put me on. But remember, we're all missionaries. We're all these people heading off into the wilderness. Some of us have got machetes. Others are pulling up the supply wagons to follow people onto their journey. But we're all on a journey to affect others, to affect ourselves, and to affect the universe. So everything that happens in our life either affects as above, so below. It affects the whole vibration. So we have to realize that when we're put in a situation, what if that situation was just to affect the universe? wasn't to affect us or kill us or do something to us. It was just to allow us to be part of this situation and then to move on, move past it. Trust yourself when you make good information in your life. Trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself, ask your guides to allow you to trust yourself. Talk to them. If you don't talk to your guides will go, huh? Talk to them. Don't be afraid of them. Look them right in the eye and go, no, we're not. Talk to them. Because if you don't, they'll go, oh, you must like it. And they'll keep bringing it. If you don't like what's going on in your life, sit down with your guides. Speak to them. Talk to them. Have a moment. Then move forward. And then see what Spirit has in store for you. And I want to thank you.